How are you?
Yeah, quite well, thanks.
I just want to say, first of all, there was so much positive feedback from the interview I did with you before. I had people contacting me from all over the world saying it gives me hope for the future when the younger generation are so fired up and so conscious, and that I got some really lovely feedback about
Thank
your
you.
contribution. So well
Well,
done
this
for
is
that.
why I did it.
Yeah. And I've just checked all my emails. I've been flat out busy because I'm travelling tomorrow. I've checked all my emails. It's Blackfriars Court on Friday the 8th.
Yep.
And they're told to be there for 9:30 and to expect about 3 hours.
Excellent.
Now, it could go two ways because some people get to be real experts at supporting people in time-wasting court cases and hearings and so on, but it can be frustrating. I know with Ben Fellows, my nephew came with me, or actually my great-nephew, and we spent hours and hours, and it can be quite discouraging. It's not a kind of... Because the last time they were in court, they had fire engines and a lot of police. I don't know if it was riot squad, but they thought there was going to be a big turnout, and there wasn't that time. So if they think there's going to be a big turnout, I don't know whether they'll be prepared or not. But there's a possibility that there's no case entered, so it will be a complete waste of time. So there'll be no case entered, so therefore no case to answer. So it will just be, and that can be a tactic to just waste people's times. It's like playing cat and mouse. Now, what we're hoping for is that the court case goes ahead because there's fabulous evidence to present and, a fabulous defence case prepared.
Okay.
So it's scheduled for Blackfriars 9:30, anticipated 3 hours, and anybody that's die-hard enough to turn out in support, it can be just as valuable to interview other people that are there. What brings you here? Do a little bit of citizen journalism. What brings you here? When did you first hear about the case? Have you ever had any experience of this kind of thing in your past? One person took his, he was amazing. He took his, he had a fantastic banner. I think it was a heavy-duty shower curtain or something that he had done. Just this giant banner saying "Free Ben Fellows" or something. And so, I travelled from Ireland for that one, and it took 2 days before Ben got out, and eventually got found not guilty and acquitted. But so people need to be prepared that it may be 20 people, it may be 50 people, it may be 1,000 people, and the case may be dismissed if they think that's tactically the way to annoy people and prevent them turning out again, or the case may go ahead, in which case I don't know if there's a public gallery how many will get inside. But every time I go to London, particularly for a hearing or something, just use every opportunity, film everything, interview anybody, and just document you can network. And literally, like I said, the case I went to in January was Southwark Crown Court, and the staff were just like, "What's going on? Why are you all here? Is this guy famous? What?" They were just, and even one of the legal team was so flustered she left crucial evidence on the pavement outside Southwark Crown Court where we were, and we filmed it. And she went hysterical, like, "I could lose my job. You can't do that. You can't do that." And we said, "We're in a public place. You've placed that evidence down on the pavement. All we've done is film it because it links up to the case." So, there's a very complicated and comprehensive defence prepared. And the point as well, I wanted to... So 9:30, Blackfriars Court. I don't know the full address of that, but I'm sure people will find out where's the nearest tube and...
Sorry, can you just go back to when you said 9:30 then? It cut out for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, sorry, 9:30, Blackfriars Court.
Yep, and then you said the nearest tube?
I don't know that, that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's devoted enough to turn out and support people, whistleblowers being recklessly prosecuted, then they'll make the effort to find out where the address and so on.
Thank you, everybody, on this particular aspect. And it's only one aspect potentially. It could be the end of everything. This could be the day that the whole system gets, like you say. I like to look at these events as networking, but also to keep us in the right spirit, that they're shooting themselves in the foot by even attempting to take it through court anymore. And so this shooting themselves in the foot, like you say, we're reaching out to good policemen with consciences, policemen with consciousness,
and legal court clerks, court staff, judges, barristers, solicitors. We're all human beings, and we all know truth from lies.
And even the ones that have been part of the abuse, if you're willing to stand down now, even if, Mr. MK Ultra 666 account holder, Common Poipus, the dolphin in a square. Have you seen that account holder?
I don't follow the trolls, but I trust you.
But it's just the way that they almost want to be exposed in court, from what I can tell. They're putting themselves in it. They're making really, really, not the word cheesy, very unclassy jokes that have not got an ounce.
No, it's gone very seedy. It reminds me of that phenomenon where the husband is having an affair and he desperately wants his wife to find out so that he can end it. So I hope you're right on that. There have been some people reach out from the alleged cult, wanting to find a way back from the edge, back from the pit of hell, really. I wanted to say something briefly about double standards, and I think the British public is interested in this, is that it's the constant thing of one rule for them and another rule for the rest of us, so to speak, and just, it's so frivolous, in my opinion, to have people in, Southwark Crown Court or Blackfriars Court or the Old Bailey or wherever it might be and waste taxpayers' money prosecuting whistleblowers for alleged, malicious communications or intimidation of witnesses or whatever. And yet when citizens go to the police like you have and I have and say, look, there's a malicious site that's putting out graphic and abusive and offensive and defamatory and untrue material and really getting very... it's illegal. It's malicious communications, and somebody got jailed for 5 years. But I don't know about you, but I contacted 3 police departments in Ireland about this back in January, and I didn't get any response, and that's not acceptable. How come if I say my family and I are in fear of our lives through intimidation and defamation, libel, slander, and, threatening messages, how come the standard for me as just a whistleblower is nobody even comes to take a statement, and yet the standard for alleged abusers it's in court?
And on that note, I can relate, like you say, we haven't discussed exactly how far my police interaction has been going, but I can relate to that very much, that having to keep getting hold of them because partly the lack of knowledge, the confusion of the depth of from what their training is, that they're trained to be, and they get confused easily. So I feel for them on that part. They've got the fear.
But they didn't get confused when they arrested all the whistleblowers. They send nine police round to arrest them.
But
the confusion is selective.
No, but they are. I think they're still confused. Some of them. I think, say, they might rally together. All of those might be fake coppers, for all we know. All they've got to do is, if they're so high up, they just have to. They have to. They've got. They can make up numbers. They can give them uniforms. They can give them police cars.
Yeah.
And then the real coppers.